Topeka West Monthly for the month of March. I'm Aubrey Miller. At first glance, this month seemed destined to be a short one. There were numerous 4-day weeks, and then we had a week off for spring break. Winter sports activities were completed, the musical was over. Surely there was going to be a chance to take a breath. And there was, but not nearly what I thought it would be. Chargers took every moment available to make things happen. Let's begin with March 1st. The Topeka West Singers held their annual Singers Show. In this production, they showcased individual and small ensemble talents as well as the singers group themselves. Here are some brief highlights of that exciting show.
Use your voice every single time you open up your mouth. Sing it for the boys, sing it for the girls. Every time that you lose it, sing it for the world. Sing it from the heart, sing it till you cut, sing it out for the ones that'll ignore.
Remember living in between what was real and what was not. Neath the sky of blue and field of green, I long ago forgot. And I remember rabbits running late underneath my mother's fence, and the singing cotton band talking plate, whose song I both made sense. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? When I dance alone and the sun's beating down, blame it on me. Fastest way, ocean's sweet. Clouds begin to thunder, crickets wander, murmuring. The earth fade away with cold. The day so wide, so warm.
You can see this program in its entirety on our Topeka West TV channel on YouTube. You can find it in the Concerts and Talent Show playlist or by pursuing the video listings. March 2nd brought us our usual quality number of college visits during Charger time. In fact, colleges regularly visit our campus on a weekly basis, certainly something that benefits our entire Charger community. March 2nd also brought us our annual exciting look to the future through the eyes of Reality U. Reality U gives the students a real look at what it is going to take to have a successful, employable future. There was much for students to experience at the event. The Topeka West freshman pre-AP classes also put on a parody of the play Romeo and Juliet. This annual event was given a sci-fi Twilight Zone twist this year by the ever-creative teacher, Mr. Tracy Schnacker. Topeka West Television helped with the video portions of the event. Here is an excerpt from the program.
You may think that the feud in Romeo and Juliet was just a few generations old. Not so. This story of conflict originated in a galaxy far, far away, and it makes up one of our greatest literary masterpieces.
We call this episode The War Zone.
Welcome to Galaxy A105 Conflict Resolution Room. Bring in the two groups. The captain. The Imperial Montague.
Romeo received a text to meet Juliet where their conspiracy nurse sent her, a local funeral home. his hopes and dreams of being with his girlfriend restored, Romeo rushes to the funeral home. We call this episode The Dead Zone.
Hi, are you here for the memorial service?
No, I'm here with friend Juliet. Have you seen her?
Juliet, I thought you said you weren't here for the memorial service. We here at Dove Crematorium hope to burn away your sorrows. Here she is. I'm here for my grandma Juliet's memorial service. Oh yes, please have a seat. Okay. Excuse me, have you seen a young man? He was supposed to meet me here.
The excitement of March 2nd continued after school as Charger cheerleader Anna Colbert signed to cheer next year at Allen County Community College. The evening of March 2nd saw the Charger boys basketball season coming to an end with a sub-state loss at Highland Park. The Chargers struggled to win, coming up short in a lot of close ball games this season, but there were some bright spots too as well. We will talk about those later in the show. March 3rd, the Lady Charger basketball team saw its season come to an end against Lansing. The Lady Chargers also struggled to win but saw some bright spots as well. Again, I will have more about that later in our program. On Friday, March 4th, Charger Bowlers returned to the state tournament in Wichita. A year ago, the Lady Chargers took home the state title, but it was not to be the same this year. Charger senior Renee Howland placed 7th in the girls' tournament, and Charger sophomore Jared Freed placed 25th on the boys' side. On Friday and Saturday, March 4th and 5th, Topeka West hosted a forensics tournament campus-wide. The Chargers were not allowed to compete in this tournament because they provided the judges and scorers, but they put on a great tournament for all those who did compete. The Charger forensicators did get to compete in some other tournaments in March and continue the consistent success that has marked their season. On Saturday, the ROTC Cadet Ball was held. This formal event was enjoyed by all who attended. Besides it being a social event, the formal atmosphere allowed for the announcing of next year's ROTC leaders. They included Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Tristan Hobbs, Cadet Major Shakia Barber, and Cadet Command Sergeant Major Jackie Stroud. Each has worked hard for the last 3 years, having been involved in drill team, raider team, marksmanship, and various volunteer programs. Topeka West Annual Heritage Week was held March 7th through the 10th. This year's topic was the country of Cuba. Topeka West librarian Miss Sherilyn Lovett organized an outstanding week of presentations and demonstrations for our students. Highlights included presentations by Topeka attorney Pedro Irigoyengaray, who was born in Cuba, Mike Calloway, who recently visited Cuba.
Obviously there is, if you've done your study with Ms. Moore and other people, you should know where Havana is, and it is right there in red. It is the capital. It was interesting to know, if you think about hurricanes, they talk about hurricanes in Havana, but they don't really ever get hit. Think about the way hurricanes come in, they come up and over, and by the time they hit there, they kind of, they still get hit, but it's always you put your port where it's best secured. You can stay, they have hotels there that have been there forever. Remember, Americans are about the only country who can't go to Cuba. French, Russian, English, Irish, Australian, anybody but us, we're restricted from going to Cuba. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's easier to get to China than it is to get to Cuba. But I stayed in what's called a Casa Particolare, which is a bed and breakfast. Airbnb, help me out. Can you use credit cards? No, you cannot. Remember, the blockade went in place in the early 60s. Credit cards, they have them for their cash machines, but everybody else uses cash. What can American citizens bring back? You're allowed $100 equivalent in rum and Cuban cigars.
Cuban history was also discussed by Leslie Nelson and Ryan McCoy's Topeka West acting class members put on a play for students.
Who wants to learn some ish about Cuba? Yeah, okay.
Come on, who wants to learn about Cuba? A C.
No!
A U. A B. A A. What's that spell? Cuba. That's how it's spelled.
they speak in Cuba?
Spanish.
All right, let's find out. Take the letters from Cuba, C-U-B-A. All right, rearrange them, and what do you get? You get guac, B-U-A-C. Now, who knows what a dip that rhymes with guac is? Guac. Guac. Great. Now, where did guac originate? No. Mexico. All right. Guac is from Mexico. And what language do they speak in Mexico? Spanish. And that is why they speak Spanish in Cuba.
Additionally, artwork was displayed in the media center all week, and a luncheon featuring the food of Cuba was provided on the final day of the week. It was a truly outstanding week of activities for our students to participate in and to grow from. On March 8th, the vocal, music, and orchestra departments performed their early spring concert in the auditorium. All the vocal and orchestra groups performed. Here is an excerpt from the premier strings and the concert choir. can see this concert in its entirety on the Topeka West TV channel on YouTube. On March 9th, the band held its early spring concert in the auditorium. It was a great night of entertainment for all who attended. Here's an excerpt from that evening featuring the Knights Jazz Ensemble. They had recently performed at the Kansas University Jazz Festival where they received a 1 rating. catch this entire concert on Topeka West TV channel on YouTube. Like the other concerts, simply go to playlist and search in concerts and talent shows. You will find it there to enjoy, or you can also pursue the overall video playlist and find even more. On Thursday, March 10th, National Performing Act Face performed in Topeka West Auditorium to a warm crowd. This Denver-based a cappella group features a Topeka West alumni Mark Megabo, who is known as one of the best vocal percussionists in the world. It was a great show. Topeka West students have Charger parent Megan Lindquist to thank for being a prime mover for this great show. March 11th brought an early and into the week with a day off and the official beginning of spring break. Those that stayed around Topeka enjoyed good weather for most of the much-needed long week break. Monday, March 21st brought all the Chargers back to school, a bit more rested, but perhaps thinking even more about summer. Some traveled great distances. One in particular, Lakin Jennings, traveled to Nicaragua. How do we know? She was the winner of Westside Bank's Where's George contest. She posted a picture of currency along with a picture of her location, which placed her the furthest from Topeka West over the break. Hunter Akers placed second. The great temperatures allowed for a comfortable start for our Lady Charger soccer team. They opened their season with a solid 10-0 win over Highland Park. Haley Burke led the Charger scoring with 5 goals. Sydney Watkins had 2 goals, and Lady Chargers Natalie Graves, Catherine Ruru, and Emma Palmer had 1 goal each. Aubrey Wilson and Gabby Rivera recorded the shutout for Coach McGinnis's squad. March 21st also brought us a night of improv, courtesy of Mr. McCoy's Players Group. This free event was once again another great way to get Chargers back in the swing of school. If that wasn't enough, United States Senator Pat Roberts visited Miss Connie Jacobson's government class to discuss a variety of current topics as well as to take questions from the students and Miss Jacobson.
The need to re-argue 3 or 4 cases that will divide the justice to 4 to 4 are quite minor compared to the cost that a nominee, the President, the Senate, and the nation would have to pay for what could possibly be a very bitter fight, no matter how good a person is nominated by the President. That was Vice President Biden when he was the Senator. The same words were spoken by President Obama, by the leader of the Senate, Harry Reid, who was from Nevada, and by Chuck Schumer, who was second in lead with the Democrats from New York. All said the same thing. Obviously, they had the Senate at that time. Obviously, it was a Bush nominee. Well, the situation is flipped. Some people say, well, 2 wrongs don't make a right. This is a situation where the party decided that the people decide whoever the nominee is, or whoever will be president, they can pick up either this nominee that is put forth or whomever the new president would want.
On Tuesday, March 22nd, senior Emily Hodge declared her intent to swim at Nebraska Kearney next year.
I just want to thank everybody for coming today. I want to thank my coaches, and especially my parents, for sticking it with me for the years.
It was a great honor for her and for Topeka West. Congratulations to her. And on Wednesday, March 23rd, the Great Book Giveaway was announced by Mr. Schnacker in a video presentation on the Topeka West Today program. Let's watch.
The Great Book Giveaway contest has declared a winner, Topeka West junior Michaela Parker. Her first-person narrative, filled with imagery and hyperbole, humorously depicts a teenage boy's experience during a robbery. The stream of consciousness technique realistically portrays the thought processes of a teenage boy. Michaela was asked what aspect of writing she enjoys the most.
I like how you can just put yourself in a character's shoes and like in a different world, and you're not really restricted by anything, so you can do whatever you want with it.
She was then asked her favorite author.
I like Anne McCaffrey and C.S. Paquette because they put a lot of effort into their characters and their fictional worlds, and they have a lot of depth to them. It seems really realistic.
Michaela's prize? Harper Lee's Go Set a Watchman. Topeka West students, be on the lookout for the next Great Book Giveaway contest.
On Friday, March 25th, the Topeka West hosted its annual Military Day in the West parking lot. Exhibits were made available for the entire student body to see. On Saturday, March 26, Charger swim stars Camille Parman and Emily Hodge made early season qualifications for the state swim meet. Camille qualified in the 200 free and 100 butterfly, and Emily qualified in the 200 IM and the 100 backstroke. The Charger forensics team also competed on the 26th at the Shawnee Mission West tournament. Junior Corey Ann Ashburn and sophomore Liz Freeman turned in great performances. Corey took second in pros, and Liz took sixth in pros, and fourth in impromptu. All three of their performances will be featured at the state tournament in April. On March 29th, Charger golfer Nick Swim turned in a solid 5th place finish at the Shawnee Heights Golf Invitational. On March 30th, the Lady Charger track team turned in great opening performances at their first meet of the year. The 4x800 relay team of Sydney Watkins, Emma Palmer, Nina Killian, Taylor Province placed first. Sierra Jackson placed first in the 100 high hurdles. Kim Morrow placed second, and Alana Walker placed third in the 100 meter dash. The 4x100 relay team of Alana Walker, Kim Morrow, Kiora Brooks, Sierra Jackson placed first. Kim Morrow placed first, and Alana Walker placed third in the 200 meter dash. Sierra Jackson placed first in the high jump. Michaela Shields placed first in the discus, and Katie Evanson placed second in the pole vault. Also on March 30th, the Lady Chargers softball team opened their season with the Hayden Wildcats, losing the first game 4-0. The second game was a different story. Freshman Riley Zook had the game-winning hit for the Lady Chargers in the bottom of the 7th to take the second game 11-10 to earn a split with Hayden. It was a great team effort. Topeka West TV will be bringing you at least 2 games in their entirety on our Topeka West channel on YouTube, so be sure and look for those. March 31st was the completion date of the extended drive for canned foods for Project Topeka, undertaken by the Topeka West JROTC. They more than doubled their collection of food cans this year. Topeka West is certainly lucky to have such a great organization as the Topeka West JROTC on our campus. The Topeka West girls swim and dive team took 9th place at the Topeka High Invitational on March 31st. Emily Hodge, Lauren Wilson, Monica West, and Camille Parman took 7th in the 200 medley relay and 10th in the 200 freestyle relay. Parman took 1st in the 200 IM and the 100 butterfly. Hodge took 2nd place in the 100 backstroke and 7th in the 100 butterfly. Diver Malia Mag took 1st place in the 1 meter diving. Wilson took 6th place in the 100 breaststroke, and West took 16th in the 500 freestyle. 5 Charger students were nominated to take part in Washburn University's Leadership Challenge event, which was held on March 31st and April 1st. They were Rylan Preeb, Josh Sheck, Claire Senby, Linda Dang, and Ian McCall. This event is a workshop that encompasses a simulation that will put their leadership skills to the test. Topeka West competed against over 20 high school teams and 6 collegiate teams. We will have their results in the next month's show. Also in late March, the Topeka West Army JROTC Air Rifle Team won 3rd place out of the 7 teams competing in the Upper Midwest JROTC Challenge Postal Match hosted by Creighton Durham High School in St. Paul, Minnesota. Each team consisted of 4 shooters, and the match was shot in accordance with National 3-position Sporter Class Air Rifle rules. Topeka West shooters were Emily Anderson, team captain and high shooter, Talia Miles, Elijah Umschild Hauser, and Lena Salters. They shot an aggregate 856 points out of 1,200 possible. On Wednesday, March 30th, the Chargers brought prom just a little bit closer with a fashion show. Students modeled some of the latest exciting fashions for juniors and seniors. Topeka West prom and post-prom is April 30th. As the month of March closed, our cheer squad and Westsider dance teams are working toward the future with clinics and eventually tryouts. We will have new squads to share with you in the next month's program. But we greatly appreciate all individual postseason athletic honors for the winter sports came in during the later portions of March as well. Charger basketball standout Jordan Newby led the way by being named First Team All-City, First Team All-League, and Third Team All-State. We will have more about Jordan in a moment. Charger basketball players Corian Carr and Brandon Rainey were selected All-City Honorable Mention. Lady Charger basketball player Lauren Davis was named All-City Third Team and All-League Honorable Mention. And bowling Chargers Adam Wood and Renee Holland were named to the All-City First Team in bowling. Jordan and Jared Freed were each named All-City Second Team. Charger wrestlers Pete Hernandez, Miguel Bueno, and TJ Peterson were named All-City Honorable Mention. Peterson was a state qualifier. As previously mentioned, Charger standout Jordan Newby has had an outstanding athletic year in fighting for our Chargers. He had postseason recognition in both football and basketball and has been named to the Shrine Bowl. He led the city in scoring in basketball, and this was in spite of his being double and triple teamed all season. A highlight reel is in order for Jordan, and so we present one to you courtesy of Charger Sports voice Aaron Main and his trusted assistant Marlene Rangel.
Dancing on the beat.
photography news, Ideli Alarcon became the first Topeka West student in 20 years to win a National Gold Key Award for her photography. It will appear in New York in June. Congratulations to her. Of course, thinking of her outstanding work makes me think of the wonderful photography published by Mr. Jason Berryman's classes. Here is some more outstanding work that can be found on his Topeka West Photosynthesis blogspot. Great work by Mr. Berryman's classes. And speaking of great work, don't miss some of our upcoming programs here on Topeka West TV. We have a new program beginning in a couple of weeks called Chargers Up Close. This features some of Topeka West Fine students' talent and leadership. You'll get a chance to meet them up close. It should be a great program. We also have some other surprises coming your way, and of course we have some great spring sports play-by-play coverage in baseball, softball, and soccer from Charger Sports Voice Aaron Main coming soon. Well, that does it for now. Thank you for watching Topeka West Monthly, and thanks for supporting our Chargers. We will be back next month with another great show.